There's startling new evidence that Donald Trump is in way more trouble than he's been willing to let on, and of course a lot more than his friends at Fox News are willing to admit.
Donald Trump's political operation is burning through cash as his legal bills mount up. The pro-Trump Save America PAC started the year with over $18 million cash on hand, but as of last month, the group has less than $4 million remaining in its bank accounts. The New York Times bluntly framed it this way: after paying lawyers, Trump's PAC is nearly broke.
That's right. His joint fundraising committee raised $53.9 million over the first 6 months of the year, but it spent more than $52 million. And the reason? The Washington Post discovered that his PAC has been handling the legal bills for almost anyone drawn into the investigations.
You better lawyer up, asshole.
This is, of course, a great way to keep people in line and make sure they don't flip. Remember the January 6th whistleblower, Cassidy Hutchinson?
Former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson described being pressured before her testimony. In a September deposition, she said an aide to her then-boss, Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, called and said, "Well, Mark wants me to let you know that he knows you're loyal, and he knows you'll do the right thing tomorrow, and that you're going to protect him." Hutchinson also told the panel she struggled to find a lawyer and was directed to a Trump-related attorney named Stefan Pasentino, who outlined his strategy. The less you remember, the better. And later he told her, "We just want to focus on protecting the president." And before she publicly testified, Pasentino discouraged her and suggested she say she didn't recall.
Trump's situation is crumbling here. He's just got to pay not only for his own lawyers, but to keep the dozens of witnesses who could destroy him and send him to prison in line. And he spent so much money that he's had to grab $60 million that was supposed to be spent on ads and, running for president.
You've already seen the PAC claw back money from the super PAC, $60 million.
Why are they clawing it back? Because the leadership PAC spent all this money on legal fees.
By the way, that's not the only thing they've been burning cash on.
Can I just also add one more thing that the PAC spent money on? It looks like they spent money on a stylist for Melania Trump. $108,000 went to Hervé Pierre Briard for strategy consulting.
This dude was straight tripping.
Now, Trump's political advisor should be sweating bullets about all this, because if Ron DeSantis were not a bizarre alien robot and had a shred of political sense, he actually has a huge opening.
Ron DeSantis, his super PAC is sitting on a lot of money, $97 million.
If his operation had a spine, they could bury Trump under a mountain of attack ads, and he has no money to fight back. And let's not forget that Donald Trump's financial problems don't end there. His company was spiraling into a crisis last year before he got a bailout from a little-known online financial firm run by a Republican donor. That CEO claims that because Trump was so desperate, he had to give extremely favorable terms. In other words, Trump is probably paying through the nose to keep his company afloat. As a new set of indictments get dumped on Donald Trump's face, courtesy of Special Prosecutor Jack Smith, you're going to hear a lot of spin that's only going to make him stronger. It's bullshit. He's making less and less fundraising off his legal problems, and as his cases pile up more and more, that's more lawyers, more witnesses, legal defense he has to pay, and fewer legitimate financial firms willing to keep bailing out his companies. Trump may not be in prison yet, but make no mistake, he's going through hell, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.